Hey guys, welcome back. This is part 6, and today we're going to be talking about transformation tools and how to move stuff around. How to grab an object, and just, that kind of stuff. All right, so first of all, we're going to press the T, and the keyword, you're going to have this little bar right here. And right now, if I select an object with just a left click, you can see that it looks like selected, but I don't see anything to move it around or anything like that. Well, right now it's hidden, and you cannot see obviously. This is just it's a personal preference. I like to move stuff with the keyboard, pressing G for moving, R for rotate, or S for scale. This is just how I like to do it. But for you, in case you want to use the handles, the transform tool, or the moving, the rotation, or the scale all at once, I'm going to show you how to do that. This tool right here, the show gizmo, you click that and it's going to show a bunch of tools here that all this stuff right here, but it also is going to show you the gizmos or the handles or the transformation tools, whatever you want to call it. This is yeah. So right now we have the moving tool selected. This is one you see right here. You select one of these arrows, you're gonna be able to just move it around just with a click and drag. All right. If you click that, the middle point thing right there, that circle right there, you're going to be able to move it around freely. And if you click any of these little squares right there, for example, the green one means that the y-axis is going to be blocked. It's going to be restricted. So you're going to be able to only move it in the x and the z-axis. And it's the same thing with the red one. It means the red line right here that you see right here is the x-axis, so that one is going to be restricted. And the blue one means it's only going to move in the plane, and z-axis is blocked. So that's or blocked or restricted, whatever you want to call it. But that's kind of like how it works. And then we have the rotation tool right here. It's just kind of like just regular, just click and drag. And if you click here in this gray areas, in this gray circle, you're going to be able to just move it freely in any direction. And then we go to the scale tool, and basically the same thing. And we have these handles, the same ones. It's basically telling you, I'm going to scale only in X and Z, but the Y-axis is going to be blocked. And same one with this one. It's telling you right now that the x-axis is blocked, so it's going to be scaling only in the z and the y. And in this one, like you probably know right now, is z is blocked, so it's going to restrict and it's going to constrain only to the plane, x and y. And if you want to see them all at once, all those tools, you can just click this one, and you're gonna be able to like move it, and rotate it, and all of that's gonna be available to you in the same handle visualization, I guess, for that kind of stuff. And if you go here to the gizmo, to the viewport gizmos, you can see that you're gonna be able to activate it or deactivate some of these options here. But this is more for like visualization kind of thing, in case that you don't see it. And that's why you just have to turn it on, and that's gonna be it. Like for example, like also let me explain the other part. Yeah, okay. So if you wanna use the keyboard for this kind of stuff, you don't wanna have this visible. I always have this the selection box activated for me, because I like to just click and drag and create a this kind of selection. For selecting stuff, or just a click, there you go, something like that. But you can just select any of these, like the circle one would just, it would just click stuff, and or just click and drag, and it's gonna kind of select stuff. Or the lasso one, just, to select stuff just like that. There you go. But I like this one. The tweak is a little more interesting. You just click stuff and move it around. Click it and move it. That's what it does. All right, so if you want to use the keyboard, you can just press the G for moving, like I said before, R for rotation, S for scale. And if you want to move in the Y-axis only, or press G and Y, or G and X, G and Z. And rotation is the same thing, RZ, RX, and RY. And scale as Y, as X, and as Z. Same thing. But if you want to restrict any of these angles, you know, axes, you will be like, okay, I'm gonna move it in the only in the plane ground. I'm gonna select it, press G, and press Shift and Z at the same time. And now it's only moving in the Z in the Y and the X axis, not going to the Z axis. Or G and Shift X, and now you cannot go to the X. Whatever you press with Shift is going to be the one that's going to be blocked. For example, G and Shift and Y, and now it's only X and Z. So that's how you would do it. It's the same thing for rotation, the same thing for scale. Like only S, Shift, Z, same thing. So the only difference is this is going to help you a little visually, you know, to find it and not depend too much from your keyboard. All right. So that's going to be all. I hope that helps, and I'll see you in the next one. All right. Bye-bye.